Yeah.
My bag is being cut by the...
I know. If your bag gets cut, I have a whole box of bags over here, but I wouldn't throw them away. I would use the cut bag as my plastic all the time. Do you know what I mean? How many of you have at least 2 to 3 cut? Okay. Now, if you could stop your wedging, please, and look up here a minute. I'm going to show you the next step. That way, when you're ready, you can do it. We need one for the bottom, so we'll put one on the pokey, right? Then we need to put one on each side to make walls. What do I need to do before I do that, Noah?
Scoring.
And score and slip. So I'm going to score just one side for now. And I'm going to put some slip on it. The slip got a little thick over the weekend. And I'm actually going to score the part that sticks to it. Now, it's going to go on top of the base, not beside of it. Do you understand? On top, not beside. And when you do it in class and you're doing it for real, you're going to need to do at least a corner so that it can hold itself up without falling down when you put it away. So I am going to score and slip. I'm going to put it right up against my corner piece, and look, it's too long on that side, do you see?
So cut it.
So I'm going to use my trusty paper clip as a pottery needle, and I'm going to cut it to fit. Now, one thing that you need to do though is you actually need to score and slip here where they join together. No, I'm not finished yet. When I'm finished, you can. Okay, can you see the corner? Now, you have to weld your corners on the inside. You know when you play with Play-Doh and you see how tiny you can make those little worms? You're going to make tiny little worms, coils. You're going to put slip here in the corners. I'm going to put the clay right there, and I'm going to push it into the corner, and then I'm going to weld it. Sometimes you can use the loop of your paper clip. Bless you. So I've got this one done, and you need to do that to every seam of the box. Do you understand? Every inside seam. You put the slip down, put the little baby coil down, and then weld it. And that's how you build your box. You even need to do that up this way. This is a seam too. Does anybody have any questions about what I mean? Okay, the loop of your paper clip is a really good tool to help you do that. Because your finger can't reach down in there. I don't want big coils. I want little coils that are welded to each side that you can smooth out and nobody even knows that they were there. Does that make sense? Okay, build your box. when you make your own pattern, you make each piece. Make sure that they all fit together before you do all of this. We have about 12 minutes to work. I want you to try to at least join 2 walls together and see what it feels like. There's only enough for one for every 2 students, so you have to share. That's okay. Just join some of them together and see what it feels like. Okay? Because when you're working on yours for real, you're going to have 2 or 3 days to work on it. You also want to weld the base to the walls. And support it with your hand. If your clay is too dry today, you need to spray it really good because Wednesday, we're not getting the clay out tomorrow, but Wednesday you're going to start. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be the main body of your pot. Not the lid, not the handle, not the spout, just the main body.
Why aren't we starting tomorrow?
So you can redo your rough draft, and I have a video that I want to show you that will give you even more ideas. Remember, little crumbs can go in the slip bowl as long as they're smaller than a marble. If they're bigger than a marble, they should go with your extra clay. And we may have company coming on Tuesday or Wednesday to watch us work. Remember, if you're going to eat out of this box, if you're going to cook a casserole or something, the inside needs to be smoothed really good so it can be cleaned easily. So don't wait until the end to do it. Smooth it as you go, and it'll make it a lot easier. Now, if I were going to put my slab pot away and I didn't want the walls to cave in, I would get paper towels and I would put them in the box that I was making so the walls won't go in toward each other. Does that make sense? And you have to have at least a corner done in a class period so that you can put it away, because if you don't, your walls are pretty guaranteed to fall. When you put your final pot away on your pokey, you open your bag and push it down like that so that you can put your pokey inside without hurting anything, and then just lift the sides up. And then you'll twist tie it way up here so it won't crush the walls. And when you carry it, you'll carry it like a plate of spaghetti that you don't want to spill, because if you swing it around, your walls are going to crush. I would, and then make it what I wanted. Yes, sir.
Do you pour this or weld it?
Both. Now, what could I do? Could I put coils on this and make it bigger?
Yes.
Yes, and then your grade would be better. Or you could make sort of a dome-shaped lid out of a pinch pot for it, a squared dome, rectangle at the bottom, but sort of rounded at the top. You have about 5 minutes. Remember, if your clay is dry today, you want to spray it really good. If it's really, really dry, break it up into little pieces and spray it. If it's just right, spray it 2 or 3 times to keep it just right. And you don't want your walls to be too thick. Walls that are too thick sometimes have air bubbles in them. But you want walls that are the same thickness all the way around when you're building. You don't want a really thick wall and then a really thin wall.